Hello, Bethlehem Baptist Church. This is Pastor Dean, and happy Friday. Today is Friday, December the 8th, our sixth day of Advent, and today is our sixth Advent devotion as we journey together through the scriptures of the Christmas story on up to December the 24th. Today, our passage is found in Luke chapter 2, verses 4 through 5, continuing the thought from yesterday when it came as it concerns the Roman census. So in this passage today, I see a journey. So let's read this together in Luke chapter 2, verses 4 through 5. It says, Joseph also went up from Galilee, out of the city of Nazareth, into Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he of the house and lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed wife, who was with child. I noticed there in this passage that Mary's pregnancy would be difficult on this journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem, because she is full term. She's 9 months pregnant, going here to Bethlehem. But we don't know the details of this, but we do know the custom. Tradition has it that Joseph is walking, leading a donkey with Mary riding, and this could very well be true. But however, the Bible isn't clear. All we know is that Joseph went up from Galilee, out of Nazareth unto Bethlehem, there in verse 4. So the distance from Nazareth to Bethlehem is about 70 to 80 miles. A man in shape can travel perhaps 20 miles a day on foot. Normally it would take about 4 days to travel from Nazareth to Bethlehem, assuming travel was only during the daytime. But my point was that the pregnancy at this point was very difficult. So keep in mind a pregnant woman at full term traveling 80 miles, either walking or on the back of a donkey, from Nazareth to Bethlehem. This is a very difficult journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem, but in obedience to that Roman edict, they traveled together to Bethlehem. I also noticed that Mary's parentage would be different because everything in connection with Christ would be difficult for her. The surrounding of his birth in the manger, that's not an ideal place for a baby to be born. Everything in recorded life, Mary would watch as Jesus would conduct his ministry on earth when he was 12 in the temple, there at the wedding of Cana, when he made the water into wine, when he was rejected in his hometown of Nazareth, when he experienced rejection from his people. She watched him die on the cross and his tender words to her from the cross, as recorded in John chapter 19, verses 26 and 27. We expect nothing difficult in connection with him, but yet when there is something difficult in our lives, we turn back because we desire our comfort zones. Understanding the Christian life, following Christ is a great adventure. And adventures at times can be difficult, but know the Lord is in control. I also noticed that Bethlehem was a fulfillment of prophecy. The Micah chapter 5, verses 2 through 3, the great prophecy of the Messiah coming from Bethlehem. But why this prophecy? Because Jesus would be of the house and lineage of David, as evidenced in God's covenant with King David, there in 2 Samuel chapter 7, verses 12 through 16. To be of his lineage had to be born in his hometown. The historical significance of Bethlehem. Rachel was buried there, Genesis 35. Ruth and Boaz lived there, Ruth chapter 4. David was born and grew up there. Samuel anointed David king there in 1 Samuel 16. Bethlehem is deeply connected with David. When Mary told the angel, "Be it unto me according to thy word," in Luke 1:38, it meant from then on her life would be part of a fulfillment of prophecy. Think about this. Genesis 3:15, God had promised the Savior would be human, not an angel. Also in Hebrews 2:16. God also promised that Messiah would be a Jew, not a Gentile. Genesis 12, 1 through 3, Numbers 24:17. God had promised that Jesus would be born from the tribe of Judah. Genesis 49, verse 10. God had promised that Jesus would be from the family of David. 2 Samuel 7, 1 through 17. God had promised that Jesus would be born of a virgin. Isaiah 7:14. God had promised he would be born in Bethlehem, the city of David. Micah 5:2. And through a simple thing as a census, the Lord worked through his providence to fulfill several Old Testament prophecies on this very night. And Caesar Augustus unknowingly played an important part in the birth of Christ. The journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem poses to us this question: how far is it to Bethlehem? The Bible has several descriptive titles for our life, such as journey, such as pilgrimage. This journey that Mary and Joseph took is really the tale of two cities. Rome is one kind of kingdom, peace and glory. Bethlehem is a kingdom of another kind. Money, soldiers, palaces, and titles are all in Rome. Bethlehem had stables and mangers and donkeys and shepherds. Rome represented the world and the culture and all the lights, the glitter, the looking good and the feeling good, yet inside void and empty and broken hearts. Bethlehem represented humility. Didn't have all the stuff to offer such as Rome, but Jesus wasn't born in Rome. He was born in Bethlehem. In Bethlehem, not in Rome, we can find the manger. So how far is it to Bethlehem? With this in mind, the world and the culture can answer our basic desires in this journey of life, and the claims of Jesus Christ can also answer our basic desires in life. What are our basic desires? We desire fellowship in life. We desire knowledge, answers to our questions. We desire to be free from guilt. We desire to have a legacy, fruit that remains after we go, after we die. But Rome is temporal. The baby in Bethlehem is eternal. In our lives, we're either traveling to Rome or Bethlehem. So is Christmas all about you, all about the world has to offer you, or is Christmas all about Jesus Christ? You must choose. So how far is it to Bethlehem? How far is it to the manger? Application. Today on this sixth day of Advent, we see that when God does something amazing in this world, it always arises out of great difficulty and uncertainty. And when we're journeying, we're either going to Rome or Bethlehem. One way is easy, the other way is hard. Such is the gospel. To follow Jesus means to deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow Him. And this is not the popular route. It is the harder route, but it is the blessed route, the big picture. So do you know my Lord? Do you know Jesus Christ? Hey, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope and trust you have a great Friday. And Lord willing, we will see you tomorrow.